of our caucus coming out to the legislative session. That being said, actually before I take my 2 points of personal privilege, I do want to state that there was a gentleman while we were in the old building, a gentleman by the name of Robert Somerville. Some of you may know him. Mr. Somerville had recently passed away. It was in Newsday, I want to say maybe last week. But Mr. Somerville was more than just someone that recorded the footage for the sessions. Some of us old timers that have been around here for quite some time remember him very well. He was an advocate in the Roosevelt, community advocate in Nassau County. He's done numerous things in terms of the benefit of the residents of Nassau County. But one of the things that he was very prideful of, it was public transparency. And he came and videotaped on behalf of public access channels all throughout for the Nassau County and probably the Suffolk area too as well. And I just wanted to mention that for the record and just do a moment of silence, just respect him in terms of what he was able to accomplish with the residents of Nassau.
Before we do the moment of silence, the last time he was here, which wasn't that long ago, and we made mention of the fact that it was a long time before he had come back to talk to us. And I said not to wait too long to come back again. I am saddened by that.
He was also on the Roosevelt School Board. Some of you may not know, may or may not. He was on the Roosevelt School Board. He was an educator. Was a police officer also, yes, as well. He was retired. When he came to us, he was actually retired from the New York City NYPD. He has a very storied, rich history, and I just wanted to recognize the fact that he is no longer with us, and just to recognize him in the moment.
Say one more thing about him also. I was presiding officer during the time that he would sit here. If we were here till 10 at night or 1 in the morning, this man would be here taping and watching. He was doing transparency before it was a good word to use in government. So I just want to say he really deserves a lot of credit for what he did.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you. So that brings us to where we are today. I want to thank the presiding officer for recognizing our 2 points of personal privilege. I don't know where to begin. I have 2 outstanding gentlemen that are with us today. I will start, obviously, with Mr. Gene June. Well, I'll ask Mr. Mike Stetzer to approach the podium at this time. Some of you may have read in the newspaper that there was a very heroic act by Mr. June that he performed. He's a bus driver for a Nice Bus, and I'm going to let Mike speak to a little bit of his attributes, but if you read the story in Newsday, he's a bus driver for a Nice Bus that took it upon himself to save someone who was physically challenged from removing her from the bus while the bus was on fire, and the burning bus. And it was a very heroic act. I mean, he has a family with children, and he thought about saving this bus passenger before anything else. And when I saw it in the paper, it actually gives you a chill to see that level of heroic action in this county, and I wanted to recognize him. I know he's been recognized by the county executive, which I appreciate as well. And obviously we have here Mr. Mike Stetzer, who's the head of Nice Bus, to present him as well. So go ahead, Mike.
Thank you, legislator. You described the situation very well. I think we all wonder what we would do if we were in a situation where we had to put our own best interest secondary to somebody else's. I'm very proud to introduce to you Gene June, who, when he was confronted with that situation, took it upon himself to care for the other person. And I'm proud to be on the same team with Gene.
I think it goes without saying, we have a citation here that is from the Nassau County Legislature. I'll invite all my colleagues to participate in presenting it to you. I have to ask, because obviously I've never been confronted in that situation. From the paper, you seem very cool, calm, and collective. And I want to say that you are a tremendous asset to the people, not just that drive Nice Bus, but to know that you're a tremendous asset to the people of Nassau County. And we cannot say it enough. We appreciate you and thank you for your service. But I mean, I would love to hear your recollection of how that whole incident took place.
Well, we knew one day, like last week, it was June 9th. I was driving the bus and serving the community for people from the apartment. And when I was driving and I saw something wasn't going well in the bus, and I pulled over and called base dispatcher to figure out what I had to do because the bus was not really well driving. So at the point, at the moment that happened, when I called them and I saw smoke and fire, along the dashboard coming out from the hood. And a passenger was a disabled person. I tried everything. I tried to pull her out fast, and it didn't work. The lift doesn't work, anything didn't work. And the bus started hitting her, like my driver's seat was already gone. And the fire smokes all over. So I didn't have anything else to think about. Just lift her, took her off from the wheelchair, and then walk out with her. That was a good thing. God put in front of me to do it, and I did it.
Something on. Mr. June, I'm sure you're aware that where the incident took place was in front of Parkway School in Plainview?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm sure you're not taking credit for a lot of things, but I'm going to say what happened there. Obviously, you're being calm, helped them to stay calm, and they very carefully took all the children and put them in the back fields of the school because the bus was on fire, literally in the front of the school. So not only did you save your passenger, but you saved the school from being in total terror. Although some parents, I know you don't have to answer me, act a little out of crazy, but the bottom line is you can understand it, and it was just handled very well, and the principal spoke to me, and sure this has a lot to do with the person who at the moment is in charge of keeping everyone calm, so no lives were hurt, and that is unbelievable.
Legislator Jacobs was claiming you because it happened in her district, but I'm also claiming you because you, like myself, are Haitian American, and many people use that job to advance their family, their career in our community. Bus drivers, it's a very great profession, and I also want to thank you for treating the passenger with dignity. She deserves the dignity of the chauffeur, and it's an example to all the drivers for the corporation that you work for. So again, thank you very much.
I would say at this time, if I don't know if it's better for you to come up, if everyone wanted to join in,
guys, come on
the
up.
best way to do it.
follow
I
me.
wanted to present you with this Nassau County Legislature citation. I'm not going to read all the whereas and the therefores, but it recognizes Mr. June. Oh, is your family? Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, excellent.
Yeah, oh, yo, come on up.
Thank you.
I go, and she has to text me back. Look at that, here's what I'll show you. Text the phone. She goes, okay.
Text me on my work.
The people standing in the back row, just come right up to the chairs. The people that are standing behind. Perfect. Okay, great. Look right at me, ready? One more time, hold it. Okay, we got it. Thank
Thank you. Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. My next citation for repetition goes to a gentleman that has served the Unionville area for quite some time. Mr. Merv Campbell, who I'll ask to come to the podium, has been a firefighter in the Unionville community, has served on the board commission in the Unionville area, has been a fire chief in the Unionville area for, I'll let him correct me, for over 35 years. And Merv is actually, has gotten to the point in his life where you don't see this too often. He's able to leave on his own terms and will be retiring to Arizona. So as we wish him the best, and he truly is one of the best, we want to thank him for his years of service, and he is joined here by some of his fellow commissioners as well as other personnel in the Unionville Fire Department. Merv has been a tremendous asset to the Unionville community, and I join with Legislator Sheila Bynum, who also covers the Unionville area as well, in celebrating his retirement and wishing him the best, but then also thanking him for his service. And Merv, we thank you from the bottom of our heart for looking out for the residents of the Unionville community. I can't imagine how many fires and how many incidences you had to respond to, how many times you had to leave your family to respond to those incidences. 35 years is a very, very long time, but I'm happy to see you able to leave on your own terms and be able to retire in sunny Arizona as well. But please join me in giving a Merv, would you like to say something before I come down and present you with the citation?
Okay, first I would like to thank Legislator Abrams for recognizing my effort, and we do the job and we don't ask for any recognition. And we've been on a lot of committees, some of his projects, and I did what I had to do. I've been here a couple of times, yelling and screaming for the fire service and for my community. And today I'm here and it's the other way around, so it makes you feel good that somebody recognizes the efforts that we put forward. Our family, some people doesn't recognize it. They're the ones that deserve the praise, because we lose a lot of dinners, a lot of birthdays. Your wife yelled at you. But we had the job done, and I'm pleased that I can walk away and I'm leaving the fire service, not only Uniondale, but in the county in general. I've held almost every position in the county. And I'm leaving Uniondale in good hands, and I'm going to try to enjoy what's left of my life.
Well, good for you. Merv, I actually got it mistaken. As you were talking, it's not Arizona, it's Nevada.
Nevada.
I knew it was somewhere hot.
Yeah.
But we just want to again thank you again and wish you the best. And I'm sure we'll see you and talk to you in the future. And as you said before, you're leaving the department in very good hands, as I see the gentlemen that are out there, the men and women that represent the Unionville Fire Department. So, oh, please, if those folks can from the Unionville Fire Department, please rise.
say Commissioner Thomas, Commissioner Anthony LeBron, Commissioner Harris, Commissioner James Russell, and my favorite chauffeur, ex-chief Willie Wilson. We attend all the meetings in Nassau County. We are the troublemakers, but we get the job done.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
I'm sorry, I have ex-chief LeBron, Laurent, sorry.
Well, good to see all you gentlemen. I'll come down and present the citation. Legislative Bynum, would you like to join me?